Hello everyone, good morning. Thank you for joining today's discussion. Today's discussion is about the market talk, and this is my final market talk this year. I may hold session, but those are will be not related to market, and very likely we will come back. Rather, there will be no sessions or discussion. Will come back in the new year. But it is important for me to stay away from the market and take this forced break from trading. It is good for actually healthy, uh, recommended definitely. So this 23rd onwards, we are going into a holiday break. And this is also one of the best time to take a break. It does not mean square off everything. That does not mean no more further aggressive positions for me. So I will personally be coming more into trading and investing once again, swing investing from 2026 onwards. So very, very best of regards from my side towards to you to this holiday season. It is a perfect season because of low volatility global traders holiday. So also extend my regards to your family regarding this new year, and I wish the upcoming year is definitely going to be much better year than the past has been. So this market talk that I'm going to do currently, it is largely come in my social media pages, but I would prefer it, and soon it will start coming under market talk in my website. So under offerings, like you have Sunday stock storm, similarly there will be market talk and the videos will be available from 2026 onwards. And 2026, my focus will be on different aspects, means how to get the required return for me, will be focusing on definitely defense, why that's needed for, in my case. Please note that for this analysis, we'll either use the rainbow chart or use the line chart. No other type of chart will be used, and none of this is a trade recommendation. This is I'm discussing the approach, so don't jump on trade and investments based on any of this. So one of the reason is the risk. Risk is very important for me to focus on. So, and also from my macro fundamental idea, I can know that, or I believe that we are in the late part of a business cycle. That hardly means that market is going to crash tomorrow or mega crashes come, matlab, will happen, start happening a month within. Those things can't be fully predicted, but I think as per my model, I'm in the late part of the business cycle where a major drawdown risk is there. So one of the best way to mitigate risk will be to remain in the best of positions. So where the assurance of return is promising, but the risk is lower. One part will be trading, one part will be investing for me. So investing side, I'll definitely continue to look at bonds as an alternative investments. But bonds usually generally tend to lower return than the equities. So it will unlikely it will be key all the equities will go down even in the worst case. So we'll try to look for the outperformance. Outperformance will be one of the important criteria from next year. Everywhere we'll be looking for outperformance, like going into bond during crash time is an outperformance trade. So every part of my trading and swing investments will be focusing on the outperformance, except for the short-term trading, where I will focus on options and as well as like I do in commodities. Commodities have given superb return this year so far. I'm looking at the macro micro chart. We will also start our discussion on macro topics from next year. So this year has been the year of the precious metals. Undoubtedly, there is no competitor. Gold 70%, silver, palladium 108, silver 137, and finally, I think platinum now has taken the lead with 142. And this outperformance can continue more. Will it? That part I don't know, but looking at things, it will at least have some spillover effect in the next year. But next year, unlikely there will be another 137% move. But positive trend looks like will be remaining. On the risk side, definitely other usually precious metals lead and base metals tend to follow in majority case. So base metals will also be my area of focus if any opportunities coming up for at least definitely swing investments in the metal with exchange traded funds. The main for the risk area, my focus will be on the energy. Crude oil and natural gas, what they will largely be doing in the upcoming year, because if they goes up or they go up, then generally the risk level will go up and it can have an impact on the inflation side. So that will definitely be one area of focus of mine. In the stock market, the best way this year also was to look for the outperformance, because if you see the performance across the globe, it is different. So what I will continue to do, I'll continue to look for outperformance, but low volatility will be my priority there. So here also one of the way best defense is to go for the outperformance. I'll look at, and for low volatility, bundled product like exchange traded fund will be definitely my focus. Rather for stocks, I will have a more concise list within which if I'm getting swing investment opportunity, I'll be taking it. But that will be very concise list, not across the 500, and that is a risk mitigation way. So equities have broadly done, even though Sensex could not do it, but overall equities have done awesome this year again. US politics will definitely be one focus there because there will be soon a midterm election. So how that is playing out will definitely be policy-wise focus. Donald Trump's tariff. Good news on the India side will be the focus on possible first the 25% reduction and then the trade agreement. That is two possibilities which can act as significant bullish factor for the Nifty. These two positive development, but to some extent this is market is expecting to happen. So longer it takes, the pressure can continue on Indian rupee, which has been one of the top means worst performer or top on the negative side with a 4.5% decline. Russia has not now significantly ahead linked its currency with the gold. So as gold has gone up, Russian currency tends to be the strong so far. It can act worse also for Russia because it will get less ruble for its oil sale. So overall, these are currencies which are European currencies performed. Some like Singapore, Canadian dollar, they are in the mid scale, where Indian rupee, these are Indonesian rupiah, Turkish lira, Argentina, these are remains downward moving currencies. So overall, a mixed picture on the currency, nothing significant, but commodity market and to some extent foreign equity market, they were the best areas to invest. Now I'll come down to more India level discussion with the fountain of gold. This is relatively significant weekly chart. Nifty still remains overall bullish structure, no changes over there. Daily chart remains range bound, very much, maybe waiting for the trade agreement. Overall risk has gone down. This is positive. Risk was slightly higher in the before, and now it is much better. Even it's better in the 125 minutes. So एक positive tone के साथ Nifty is heading to the means Indian market is heading towards the new year. Now with this, I'll close down the first part and now look at more deeply into the market, where the pockets of opportunities, how I will play it out. First, let me change. Yeah, index is there. So my area will be, and in the setup, also those who are using, there will be some new sectors added. So we can focus on across the sectors. It will be recommended that you go here and prepare your indicator template where you can change, we'll be able to change the sectors here. Different sectors are already there, but I think having more of them will be good. So that will definitely be a focus of improvement soon, as heading to the new year. So first, definitely we'll take a look at sectors, and not just sectors, as the tool is versatile with the live things going on. So try to look for across the monthly, weekly, daily, and very short term template to find out the best possible, very strong sectors across the time frame. So now you'll be able to add the time frame analytics, which will be very long term chart. Like you can see IT currently in the monthly. This is the IT and the metal monthly, weekly IT and metal. This is the daily chart. IT and metal, once again, these are strong from the strength. So being in the outperformance for me will be I'll be focusing on the new year when the swing getting, if any opportunities are coming for me, I will look for this outperformance definitely. And there I'll be looking for suitable opportunities where as always, my focus will be on the risk side, not jump onto finding the opportunity which will go up the 100% the next. So that will not be the focus. The focus for me will be on the risk side. So I want lesser drawdowns than I would want mega runs. So this is the situation with the Nifty, and I will also continue to on the option side. It is better to be, I have always felt, to be directional, because majority time, okay, we have updated. So I'll update to the latest version. Just a moment. It takes only a while to update. So here, broadly Nifty 125 minutes chart is bullish. And I'll do as in the new year also. Okay, I'll continue to lightly to play the directional side, the defensive strategies to ensure the gains that I want, and from time to time can be aggressive side play out. To improve the aggressive side, I will focus more on the downside rather than on the upside. Not because I feel the crash. It's not about the crash for me. Downsides are usually fast. That is, anyway, whichever chart type we use, downside moves faster compared to the upside majority times. So downside wise, being aggressive trades, like say for example, bear put spread compared to the bear call spread, which is income strategies, those areas will be focus of mine. In addition to that, I will continue to look through not just about the signal only. I will continue to look through the strategy master. Strategy master, what it is going to do for me is give me the direct readings from the market, which is subject to change. These are dynamic meters. That's another reason of being helpful. That's why I will need the help of this. To directly check from the market, if I choose, say, 30th of December 2025, and current right would be 26,150, we can take as that the money. And what are the current strategies which are running, or current tricks which are running hot? So obviously it is clear, as Nifty is bullish, the bull call, these are on the stronger side of the trades. So keeping a steady look at the strategy meter through which what the readings is suggesting directly from the premium market. So that will be important for me to continue regular basis check. I keep a check here. Along with that, in the uh, trading view, currently the options are available. Like for Nifty. And Nifty say 30th December. For example, this is. Say 26,300 or say 200, 300 call for example. What is exactly the premium price are doing, which is only we can use the 30 minutes chart is the max. And set it change, same chart cannot be used. So continuously, this is an area which will remain of my focus. Some part of the premium chart not coming. I'll have to take a look at this. What could have gone wrong? But anyway, main thing is I want to look at the premium price changes also. That is the main factor what I wanted to discuss. Along with that, commodities are still continuing very strong. So let me change the chart setup into commodities. And commodities, the daily and the 122 hour or 125, whichever one feels. Bullish trades or when it reverses, bearish trades will be my focus. But currently it is bullish, both aluminium, copper. So these are bullish trades to be played. But where the best movements are happening, looking for opportunity there is for me more important. And currently the best opportunities given the leverage happening in the gold silver space. So gold remains, this is the international chart of gold, which clearly showing me that it is remains very, very bullish. So all I have to do to try to win them, that's my approach. I don't know. Even if I know with my other areas, say fundamental, how much gold can go or some with Fibonacci extension, I will prefer that I don't know because that is also true. I don't know exactly from where gold will reverse. But it is clear from the current reading that gold is definitely bullish and very, very strongly bullish. However, this holiday period, I am not thinking about new opportunities, but I'll continue with my bullish. Means just because I'm taking the break, that will not mean I'll square up all the positions. I'll wait for the signal here and then only exit. But signal for me right now, whichever way I look, whichever way I take, it's a bullish. And in the 2 hour chart, all I will short term, very short term, I'll continue to play more the bullish strategies. So that is the plan for me, gold, silver. These will be focus. Natural gas is also remains very trending. So where good trends are there, money making is much easier with the trending way of trading, which increases the chance of success or probability goes up for the success. So that's all about me. What's my plans are for the next year. I hope you all will also be trading responsibly and investing. And I'm sure with confidence, if you trade without some of the base mistakes, you will continue to do very well. But having those important जो task होता है कि the discipline part, no, I will check things this on this basis like we do in our office, those who are working or in business. Similarly, if we have a proper plan and approach what we are going to do, then trading and investing is much better rather than taking random bets, which will be the next big count. I don't see anyone forecasted कि hey, silver will be doubling this year. So these things can't be predicted. I'll not cloud my judgment about trading with these predictions. So if you continue to trade responsibly, I think there are a lot of opportunities will continue to happen in the next year, which will give us enough. If we remain not excessive risk, it is likely to give us our required return that we need to grow our wealth. Is there is a breakout in golds, any other commodity, correct approach to wait for the closing price above that level on a lower time frame? For example, if we are on a 2-hour chart, better for the closing price. This is a technique called fine tuning. इसको ये जो आप क्वेश्चन पूछे हैं इसको बोलते हैं फाइन ट्यूनिंग. ना सुनने में जितना आसान है, देर आर मतलब टेक्निकल इट इज नॉट टफ टू डू, but it creates also psychological, you have to investigate whether you are now good, you have become quite a professional now, or it is your mind because you might have missed some rally, or you want to get in a trend quickly looking at the result. Then this procedure can be more harmful because there will be a risk of getting lost in the time maze. Same way during exit, you want to take the best, and there is nothing called always in trading. For example, is it always best to wait for the closing? No, from experience, sometimes we know when not to be, take it easy. You don't have to jump to exit. Like right now, say gold 2 hour. It is giving an early sign of partial profit, but this is not a regular time. Here it is. We can feel other things. That there is above 4,500. Will it drop? Yeah. The question is, am I ready to take the risk or not? It can do many things. Now, given all the situation, looking at the probability, maybe I'll take a little bit, wait out. So those has to be part of the plan. So is it part of your plan? Use 2 hour and close. Yes, it can be done. It is called fine tuning process. And one of the most important part of fine tuning is that your goal is very clear. What is the goal? Means what is you are trying to do through this is, say gold is very bullish. At least for now. Tomorrow will it be, that part remains still unknown. But currently it is bullish. And looking at chart or your other analysis, you have a strong conviction that gold will continue to possibly go higher. Now, through the fine tuning, you are looking for an early entry opportunity. Like with the 2 hour, there is a correction. Now, can you enter now? No. As per my rule and as per Rainbow setup rule, the minimum criteria is a price action bullish. But now you can get a conviction, yes, market is coming back. And that could be used as an entry opportunity. So how you use it, the time frame change, that needs to be properly very, very clear to you. Otherwise, there is a significant risk involved in doing this. I'm not able to see sector chart as it is showing your end. Preetamji, I think you have joined recently, so that's why I've been saying setup is vast. It's really always better to look at the videos which are all available. So here you have to first choose the V1 or the asset master, then change it to index. Then whichever within a limitation this one is, whichever the sectors or international you want to see, you have to set it up. Then save as indicator template like I have saved index India 1. Here auto is the strongest, which we have highlighted. First, definitely many things can happen. One of my way will be to surrender. That auto will go down in future or not, that part I don't know. But currently what is, that part we know. Now that is the purpose of outperformance, Janaki. Within auto sector, is there any opportunity which has limited risk but our required return giving is open? Is it worth our investments? So this is how the question needs to be formed. While using cream de la creme for future 125 minutes, we wait for closing if we have yellow background or price action neutral, or do we generally square off immediate? Price action always, it is the first exit, always. Always means almost, I'll say 90%, because price action has to change for before the momentum. That has already all can be seen, say hammer, etc. But is that the best exit? No, may not be. Because why? Because simply the momentum can take it further. So that's why we look at, say, Nifty, this chart. This is daily chart. Looks bullish. Okay. Now this is also a bullish chart. Clear? Now, is it same? Both are bullish, but is it same as this chart weekly? And this is the daily chart. The daily, both are not same. So in this, definitely you should definitely wait for a closing, because you are opening yourself to a bigger possibility of run. Whereas Nifty, if it's turning bullish, there can be a range. It does not have to, okay, only two-sided situation again, super up or crash. It can go for a range, take more time for a breakout. Maybe with a catalyst, we got a trade agreement. So, but for entry at least, it is generally better to wait for closing. This is what I will say. And also I will try to focus in these things, because these jo question are, these can be related to mindset also, resulting bias. Maybe some place it is possible it became yellow or you exited and then the market went up. And now you're thinking, oh, it could be my plan was wrong, incorrect. That may not be the case. Base metals, I cannot decide for any one time frame. Time frame remains the choice of the trader, Saurav sir. It is up to you. You can do 2, 4. Time frame is not the problem. But certain time frame are well linked, like 2 hour is more closely related to the, in terms of action, looks like closely related to the one daily. But 4 hour can also be used, daily can be used, but then overall risk exposure, say you are doing 10 lots short term and daily means risk is bigger. So there you cut down your risk. Focus on the risk part, how much you can lose, rather than how much you can win big, or even how much you can win, first how much we can lose. That should be the definitely focus. Daily, without knowing anything else, you definitely can understand stop losses will be bigger. So, but you cannot make the stop losses illogical by choosing, no, I'll do lower stop. You have to do some proper logical stop. So they will be bigger. And if you put illogical stops more, then it will be hit. So it's a balanced decision. Daily chart is also works in base metal. Base metals do not fluctuate like this commodity silver. They are less volatile. but they also have higher leverage. The contract size, matlab, copper is big for many retail beginners, but base metal also at good opportunity. Is it necessary to check risk on and risk off on daily basis or rely on Mondays? Risk on risk, there is necessary बोल के कोई बात नहीं होता. मतलब one may not do that analysis. That's up to that person. But it gives me quite a good idea to understand how different asset classes link. So what they are hinting. If every one of them say gold is hinting equity bullish, bond hinting equity bullish, then it gives me stronger conviction, increasing my chance of success. That is what it's about. Now, this risk on risk off is on a daily basis we do it. I want to revise option trading in this break. Kindly guide from where should I start as a beginner. Also guide for natural gas trade. It is hitting stop loss on the both side. That sometimes can happen, and especially can happen when a market is changing its direction. Like it was bearish or bullish, now gradually changing. Zigzag ke through, then it moves to the opposite direction. So that is one reason, or it could be the plan itself कि जिस तरह मैं trade कर रहा हूँ, that could be wrong. So I don't think with this comment alone I can suggest कि what is going wrong with natural gas, but definitely I'll take a look at natural gas itself. And it is very fluctuating in December, the matlab winter time. So it is definitely not for beginner. As you are saying, you're the beginner. Natural gas is not for beginners in terms of fluctuation. It can move a lot. Not like gold, silver. It can move way lot more than that. And also leverage is very high. So profit loss leverage is not managed, and with high fluctuation, the risk also goes up. You can make good return in natural gas, but risk also goes up in natural gas. So you can try hedge trade. Say if I have gone if natural gas bullish, I will sell call also. It drops, but as liquidity is lower in natural gas generally, so that acts as an issue. So option trading, you should revise, you can revise from the basic, like bullish, what are the bull trades opportunity? Like all strategies are not applicable to one instrument. Like how it behaves. Nifty is just not on the buy side, does not grow like 1%, 1.5%, 2%. It does not go like this, rarely. Not that great. But stocks often do. Stocks are more volatile. So more high risk volatile strategies can be played over there. Whereas if option trading, even if the bull call spread can be tried in the Nifty also, different way, even defensive, some are more applicable to stocks. So first I will definitely recommend learn the option ka basic, what are call, what are put, how these strategies are formed, and without the help of sensible or some other instrument, how you can quickly calculate what will be your profit and loss mentally. If look at play with the payoff chart over there, like in some case you have sold a call and Nifty goes up, you may not will be losing big money because the decay will set in. So try to understand how option behaves. Option does not behave like the future. That's why my preference remains for future. If it goes up 10%, I know how much I will earn money. But option, there are this delta theta, means why this is, because when option and future we are trading, we are not exactly trading gold. We are trading contracts. So what is the relationship of the contract with gold, silver, or Nifty, that matters. For future, it is easy because it is linear. Say gold goes up 1%, in gold mini, I will win 12%. Very simple on the margin, approximately. But that is not the case for option. Because option, there is a choice. And choice को price करना आप समझ सकते हैं how difficult it is. So rather than as a trader, we don't need to go to the theory and look at how option is priced. We have to understand how an instrument behaves. What are the strategies? Say if I'll be playing, say, stocks, then my approach could be different from what we are playing with the option Nifty. Say stock when it is most volatile, say on an earning day, generally speaking. Now we have to think, can I be thinking if I can take some opportunity, try some risk over there to get a return? Okay, if you can, then what would be the best strategies? Not necessarily how we'll make money, but at least my focus will be where I can lose less. Because I have to try out live market, so I make sure lose the less portion and see if it works. Now works with the paper trading, like this 7 days holiday that will take from the completely from trading, new position building. Like you can spend doing different strategies and note their payoff. Ki Nifty closes here, what will be the payoff? What is theoretical loss? And practically what is, say, sensible is calculating to be your loss. So try out different things and learn the basic very, very clearly. How the bull call spread, if suddenly volatility comes up, fluctuation come up, how a bull call spread might be affected. Or if it such goes up, like also thinking about such backstop, things go wrong, Zerodha is down, or your broker is down and your position is there. And in that position, the worst thing is going to happen. Then what do you do? Do you have a private number to call up them? Do you have that saved in your mobile phone to call them up? Or will there be a stop loss placed in the system every time? So always deciding on the core and looking back also self, ki what we have done wrong, what could have been improved in terms of behavior also. That definitely should be a lookout in this period. Check GVT. Okay, you were talking about stocks. Don't take this as a recommendation. I'll look at it and please note that I can be very well wrong. That's not how I trade, ki I know for sure. GVTD. Okay, first to try to know definitely with that, setup is always there. This is telling us all about the market. There is no doubt that it is turning bullish. We have a signal. Broadly, all is clear. Look at the risk. Always consider you will lose. What could be the stop loss? What is the value at risk? But GE Vermova, as per the current movement, definitely looks bullish. It is going above the base. That is another positive. Always try to think, how can I best make the stop loss? Means stop loss remains logical. Means how will I know the trade is failing? For sure. Now it can be below this, but usually also remain the probability paths. Usually as empty line coming up, stock का एक feature होता है कि shake off. So it may give some shake off also. Suppose I'm considering कि चलो this can be a success. Even then, it will do shake-offs. So there is a possibility that it can remain shake-off and then go up. So considering all the possibilities, now you decide how much will I invest and try. And our target is say 25%. If it does not get disturbed, then likely majority of the cases they give out the return. But always these involve risk. If we get a more at a better this bicycle, this is comeback in the daily chart is lower risk, but whereas weekly chart it is still a bit far away from the base, and value at risk is still on the higher side. And we have to also keep a close watch for any major breakout fail. Then we are not saying two risks will happen. One is if a breakout fails, generally this is same for everyone, there is risk goes up, very quick decline. Or even if not a quick decline, it can remain range bound for longer. And now if such case happens, you are not losing, but you are also not earning. Now with how much you will place the risk? Or will you wait for a more confirmed breakout and place some? And if what are the markets like with the rainbow, if all the three are there, we can go the full quantity, that is the approach. But so एक decision नहीं, साथ ही साथ देखिए कि देख लीजिए कि if it's special, why there is a buy, means why it is attempting a breakout, means you are interested, right? If it's wants a breakout, why it is breaking out? Someone is buying, okay, but is there a reason? So while you can go in, you can also search for what could be the reason that it is trying to go up. Maybe there is a reason. It might have got big orders. That question now, with a more detail, go to with this and that a website and search me in details to check their annual reports and tell me whether is there a reason coming why this may break up. I'm seeing that it is attempting. You can ask and even an AI support. They at least give you some early hint. Not just take it, then also do further analytics. So then the choices are likely to be even better. Britannia Industries is the last one to look for. Let's see. It does not have the scores. So I will, here my question, are there no better right now? Also take a look at the line chart. Is there a serious pattern that I have to take? This is the best opportunity that is. The rainbow chart also here it is warning. While it is bullish, it does not have the score. It did not give yet the breakouts. Few things can be considered. Chalo, it is in the TMP2 phase. So if I want to build some TMP2 stocks early, maybe this is it. But white cross is clearly giving out signal that the bullish action, something could be wrong. So I'll immediately not big jump into this. As FMCG also as a sector, if Britannia falls under FMCG sector. If FMCG comes back, yeah, Britannia could be an early leader. But if you look at the FMCG sector, so let's make it here index. Okay, this is the small cap. So I think it will be in index India 2. The FMCG, yeah. In the weekly chart, just rising, but strength is not, it is in the neutral zone. So is this the best bet right now? FMCG is good that it is rising in the daily as well. Strength is rising. Let's look at the lower time frame. This is the lowest. Now here it is much stronger. So Britannia can be seen as an early leader. But this may not be the best place yet. Maybe it will take much longer. Now what I will prefer to do to take a look at directly at the FMCG index. Okay, I can see the strength rising. Now let me look at the individual sector. Let's find out FMCG, what is going on with the overall index. Here is the FMCG. Now we can see some range. And those who are with the rainbow, now you can try and to make some projection how it might move, but still the sector is not significantly strong. Again, that will be the bring down to the question, is this the best you could find for your money? Or are there better? Which given the situation, given the risk, Britannia is not exactly at the base. The risk is there to continue for the range time being. For time being, you want the range for what reason exactly? So get to more detailed point, then your investment decisions are going to be much better. Is this setup template available to us? If not, how to get it? Which setup template, Neeraj? I'm not so sure. I have created this one for template for me. You can create it. If you are a Rainbow user, then you can definitely go and create it as whichever, and we will add some more index like EV and others. As many index as possible, we'll continue to add here. On a Friday, score was 70, it failed. So fail means, okay, there's a good reason it is failing. So think about your decision, trading decisions well. For pura year, full year you have to say go for 15, 20 bets. So don't hurry on these decisions. That will be my general advice to all of you. Jupiter wagon, let's look at the Jupiter wagon for example. Once again, don't take this as trade because I can be very well wrong. So you don't want to definitely listen to others and do the trading. Jupiter wagons means stock. Okay, so let's change it to stock setup. It's too early. It's too early. It's a bounce back in the weekly chart. So daily there has been a bounce back. So as there are also resistances. Chalo, first of all, when you faced with this situation, try to tackle it. Of course, there is a technical path to tackle. Can I do this buy breakout, etc. But try to think of it like this. Suppose you're buying it here. When do you want it to continuously rise? That is what your first assumption. It is going to rise big. That's why you are buying. Suppose it will rise big. From 350, it will go to 650 or 70, which is big run. Now, how much will it matter if I buy 360 or I buy 350? Early comeback stock, there are arguments, I'll do buy support, though in weekly it is not ready, far from our scores, not in the gem phase. But that cannot mean the stock will not rise at least, say, 432. And if it goes up, say, within 2-3 months, that will be quite a big run, 20% in 3 months. But this is largely not the weekly chart. Then it is more short term. And suppose it is the weekly chart, I'm betting for the big run. Then by trying to buy the bottom can make the return generation much lower and time taking. They will become ready stocks maybe, but it will take longer duration. Value at risk remains very high in this stock, 25%. It's very big jump. Rather, I will at this point, I will want to know why this happened. Why suddenly? Means just the budget is coming? Is that it? It is something really going on with the organization. That part you can investigate. So this was clearly, it is not catchable. I think it will correct soon. And I will not go for this talk because as per my weekly chart, it is not ready. Like here, every buy signal need not be bought. एक पूरा थॉट प्रोसेस लगा के डिसीजन बजट से पहले बहुत बार these wagons come back. So that is a seasonal pattern is there. So are you betting on then the seasonal pattern? If yes, then how will you know the trade has gone wrong? At which point will you know? Currently, let's look at the line chart. This is the stop loss. So you can understand what a big fall and usually such a big move, it gives a correction. Then you will get a sure shot. Okay, now, yeah, after a correction, again trying to break. Then somebody is interested in this. Think it this way. Rather than let's jump, oh, miss ho gaya. It can go say here, then it is not missed. If you bought 360, still it say doubled. So you can wait and see let's what happens. This was a move. We did not know how will we catch it. Suddenly it came. Maybe with the news. So first you want to find out why this happened. Suddenly this stock is up 100 points, 40%. Why? And if it has gone 40%, if I'm correct, then maybe it will go another 100%. But what if it does not? The risk is too high. It can do for a major slowdown and come 300, then again go buy. But at buying here, you are already in the 40 rupees loss, which will be say 10% plus. So take care of the entry points, I will say. Yeah, budget stock, as I said, Apurvaji, this is very often time happens. So exactly what is happening is not that. Maybe the budget stock will go up another 30% by budget. Question is, what are you betting on? Is that your logic that, okay, this is a budget stock, then why were you not at the bottom then? Or nearby, okay, chalo, when it is immediately started recovering, this trend line was broken. Why were you not following it? If that is your logic, it is a budget stock, for example, then why were you not following it? That could have been easy one reason. But this has suddenly gone up. Can it go up? Nobody knows the future. It will just be a blind bet. To know that, to project करने के लिए, we have to get down to what it got. Suddenly new orders coming. Government said all the coaches will be saved by Jupiter wagons only. What went wrong? It goes for us, or just someone very big bought. Then usually, if the second is the case, someone big bought, then very likely क्या हुआ इससे क्या होता है कि रिटेल का मूव जो आप लोग पूछ simple. When it was down here, nobody was even not thinking about JWL. Suddenly it is up 40. Everybody, hey, JWL, what is going on? Then what happens? The big players start selling, and the weak holders who just अरे JWL कुछ JWL में हो रहा है. Let's go. They will get out because they did not know why did they buy. Now I will know. I may not be wrong. I could be wrong that okay now I'm buying it late. Maybe I'll be buying it late. But think of this, I may be buying will be late, but I will know why I bought. I will know there is a यहाँ पे एक price action bullish है. I felt I personally will not buying this, but then I have a reason to buy. Then I know when my reason is failing. But unless I know what I'm doing exactly right now, I will never be able to find out the right exit. So that's all. Thank you so much. Last एक question है नीरज जी का question. नीरज जी NMDC already run up. Again, this is very tough. शायद मेरा बात सुनने आपको अच्छा ना लगे, but this is tough. Are already run up. It's same as the student who said, sir, gold was already up 30%. Should I buy here? It is up now 70%. Like when I say are already up, I'm presuming it cannot go up more. I mean, got into that prediction game where I'm predicting. Rather than predicting, I can look at different things. First of all, NMDC, Zinc, and Tesla. They are definitely different what they do, but they are different in their maturity and structure. So along with setup is telling you about the timing. But think about it also other areas. Even those who are using the fountain of gold or the rainbow setup, that is taking beautifully the care of the timing part. But these NMDC, these are cash cows. They give regularly dividends. They are not going to invest. Are you hearing NMDC buying new, expanding with their cash? They give out the cash. Then if we get a buy signal plus a good dividend yield, NMDC makes super sense. So that means if you are interested in the NMDC, which comes under, say, this will be the last talk and then we'll close the session. At least this will be my focus. This not the full, just the setup. Oh, I went for symbol search. Metal. So NMDC. Like I don't know, it cannot go up more. But usually for these stocks needs to be evaluated based on what they give out also, say financials. 4.3% dividend yield. This is important. This dividend yield is same as getting interest income. If you get 4 and 4.3%, some case have been dividend yield. Let's look at here and place dividend yield. Okay. Which is a measure of valuation. These dividend yields sometimes have gone extremely high because the price has fallen. So these stocks are generally good buy if we get a good entry opportunity. And when we are looking at the dividend yield, we'll have to consider what if I invest in a fixed deposit which is safe, is giving me 7%. And I'm getting 4 and 4.3. How much upside is there for this extra risk? Then MDC can fall as well. But so far it looks strong. That means once again, what is the margin of safety? This group of stock in MDC, National Aluminium, this should be in your radar. But not because many of them are not expanding, but they give out huge dividends. For some time, because as it becomes discount, the dividend yield goes up. Dividends hardly change. Government wants that money. 3.7% currently. So around the base, around the buy signal, there could be risk much lower in these. So choosing well, so different stocks have to be, ये आपका next year का focus होना चाहिए. This is my stock grouping. Like for example, IPO. Jumping on the IPO is bad, but within the IPO, there will be companies of the future. And you can look for them when market is ready to price them. There are companies like, for example, NSDL, which has moat, strong moat. Means you can start a company tomorrow, but you cannot start an exchange and CDSL style of business. That means it has some protection by regulatory barrier. This should be in my list. And our focus is we want to buy them cheap. Different, completely approach is different for these stocks. No TMP because I want to buy this cheaper. Cheaper means you could be wrong, same. Say here you bought a buy signal, then there is another buy signal, but you know you are getting into surely a value over time. This is an over time investment. CDSL, MCX, they will remain. Exchange. So goal there has to be, how can I buy it every time it falls? We should be excited. Wow, will get cheaper. Because this will remain in business. For the next 15, jab tak stock ma SEBI-registered will be there, NSD. They will not expand, they will not do other things. They will remain just. And continue to a stable level pe earnings grow karta rahega. They will not be buying exchanges in America, so no expansion. So then a different approach. Then you can see, okay, within a metal sector has been strong, say which stocks are strong. Like this one has been relatively stronger. Vedanta. That is an outperformance approach. So to do this different approach, your stocks have to be very clearly sorted out. Who is what, fairly. Even if you're not getting into extreme details. Which is what, like NMDC, National Aluminium, these are cash cow. They are government backed. They will not expand. Their only benefit if they can sell at a higher price and mainly they pay back the money. So when dividend yield say 8-9%, that means awesome, it is a good value you are getting. If fixed deposit say 7 and their dividend yield has reached 10%, it is already giving us protection. So your risk again goes down. So new year, when you are going for stock investments, focus on the risk part. How your losses can be lower or like this protection barrier. Then opposite side, if you let go, say follow with the rainbow, jab tak how much we will go, I don't know how. As long as market is guiding, I will remain with the winners. Largely, you will come out well. Thank you so much. This was our last market talk discussion. Did we discuss commodities? Yes, I think we discussed commodities as well. So best wishes, friends. Thank you so much for taking the time to remain till the very end. Best wishes again and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to each and every one of you. Happy trading, happy investing.